Hi, boys and girls. We're going to do sensory words, lesson 10 for day 2. We're going to be using the story Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel to complete this lesson. Now, before we get into the lesson, let's review what sensory words mean. Authors use sensory words to describe story details. Sensory words tell how things look, sound, smell, taste, or feel. Some questions that you can ask about sensory words. What is the author describing? Which senses do the words tell about? Does it tell about look, hear, smell, taste, or feel? What do the words make you picture in your mind? Notice sensory words when you read. An author uses these words to help you imagine exactly what something is like. Once again, we're going to be using the story Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel for today's lesson. Now you need to turn to page 87 in your workbook, and I will guide you through page 87. This is the page that we're going to be working on today, but before we start working on this page, let's go back and read the parts in the story that we need to read. We're going to take a look at pages 31 through 34. Pages 31 through 34. Now, you can retell the story by looking back at pages 31, 32, 33, and 34. And when you retell the story, you want to make sure that you retell it from the beginning, the middle, to the end. We know that in the beginning that Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel, Mary Ann, they felt appreciated. They were doing a lot of work. Um, and all of a sudden, these new steam engines, steam shovels, and diesel shovels came along and took over the job. So Mary Ann and Mike went from feeling appreciated and used and loved to feeling like that they didn't have any meaning. And finally, they regained their purpose in the end because they were able to show that even though there were new things coming about, that they were still valuable and still had a part and a role to play. So now we're going to look at page 32 in the book. Let me get to page 32. And page 32 said, never had Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann had so many people to watch them. Never had they dug so fast and so well. And never had the sun seemed to go down so fast. Hurry, Mike Mulligan. Hurry, hurry, shouted the little boy. There's not much more time. Dirt was flying everywhere, and the smoke and steam were so thick that the people could hardly see anything. But listen. Bing, bang, crash, slam, louder and louder, faster and faster. Just on page 32, can you help me identify some sensory words, some words that will help you? For example, let's look at what words would help you to see or taste. It said that dirt was what? Dirt was flying everywhere. You could see the dirt flying, and you also might could feel it as well. Okay, that's just one word that helps us. Smoke and steam, we can do what? We can see. We can listen to the bings and the bangs and the crashes and the slams. So the author is using all of these different types of words to appeal to your senses. And we know that we have 5 senses. What are they? Seeing, tasting, touching, seeing, and listening. Now, let's go to page number 87 in your book. Now, it says, can you see, hear, smell, taste, or feel? That's our hint. We're going to read the words from the story and we're going to circle the sense or senses that they tell about. So it could be one or more. So, dirt flying everywhere. Can we see the dirt flying? Yes. So we would circle the picture of the eye. Can we feel the dirt flying? Possibly if we had our hands up and it was blowing by us, we could feel it. So we need to circle the picture of the hand. Could you taste the dirt? It's not something I would want to do. So we're going to leave the picture of the mouth blank. Now, the second one says, the boy shouted. So if you hear someone shouting, are you going to smell it with your nose? No. Are you going to taste it with your mouth? No. Or are you going to hear it with your ear? You can hear someone shouting. Number 3, it says smoke and steam so thick people could hardly see. Is that something you can see? Yes, because it was so thick, you could see it in front of you. Is it something that you could touch? Not really. Is it something that you could taste? No. Number 4, bing, bang, crash, slam. Is that something you can hear? Yes, you can hear all those different noises. Can you smell it? No, you can't smell it. Can you touch the noises or the sounds? No. So number 1, you would circle the eye for seeing and the hand for touching. Number 2, you would circle the ear for hearing. Number 3, you would circle the eye for seeing. And number 4, you would circle the ear for hearing. Now, I'm going to read this question to you, and I want you to answer it in a complete sentence. What does it look and sound like where Mike and Mary Ann are digging? Is it loud? Is it quiet? Is it neat? Is it messy? I want you to describe in a complete sentence does it look and sound like where Mike and Mary Ann are digging to complete page 87. And that is our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you back right here on tomorrow.